Hi there and welcome to the Farmers Survey online. I'll try to give you a short introduction, a demonstration on how to use the application. Although the application is not ready yet, I'll try to show you the logic behind the application. It's a web-based application, which means it can be uh, used on any browser, but also can be implemented in any application on a tablet or on a smartphone. Okay, I linked the application for this moment to a domain, which is resfarm.cf. The project can decide which domain to use. This domain is available for use. You can use it. But you may decide to use another one. I linked it to this domain. When you go to that domain, resfarm.cf, you'll see you will not have an option to enter the application because you're not authorized to view nor to add a record. So you will first need to have an account. You can ask for an account by clicking on create an account, but you can also just wait for getting an account. It is also up to the project if they want to give a front-end user the option to create an account, or if they just want to create accounts for users and send the credentials to the users. I have an account, so I will log in as Mayet. I have the abilities of a basic Reddit user. So that's what we see. What I see after logging in, I see a list. That are the lists of the filled-in application forms, forms which I filled in and which Hans or Wim filled in. I think it's both Hans. The forms I filled in I can see because I see this pencil here, which means I got the ability to edit the data which I left here. So here I see the form as I filled it in before, and I can change any data here. But the first step should be to start the farmers survey. The first step is you have an account and you log in, and then you go to the farmers survey. You will get the survey presented in the form of a form, and you can fill this in. Name of the farmer. I added this field because afterwards it's more logical to have to identify the form you filled in for this farmer to find it back to if you need to edit the data or whatever. Now, starting to fill in a name and so on. Then are you the person? Yes. You say no. If you're not responsible, then you get the message, don't follow the questionnaire and ask for the responsible person. So if yes, you can start filling in. You will see the location of the farm, because maybe there will be GPS involved afterwards or during the research. This is a handy tool. You can fill in any street address or whatever. Default is Spain. I can set default the zoom to a higher level. And you start in filling your address. I don't have an address in Spain, so I don't know an address in Spain, so I fill in my home address. Here you see my home address, and now I want to see if if my address is found on the map, I click on geocode, and here is my address on the map. I can control, let's say, check if this is really my farm, and to zoom in, and then I see, yes, this is my farm, or maybe no, my farm is more located here. This is my farm. Here, up here, there's nothing changed, but in the database, the GPS codes, the longitude and latitude is changed at the moment. I tested this, so you just drop your the marker on the place where your farm is located. You start with filling an address. It will roughly find your farm, and then you drop the marker on the spot. Now you fill in information about the farm. You can even choose 2 options here. Now everything else. At the end, this is maybe interesting. The crop residue management. Are you collecting residues from cereals? Yes. Then you should also fill in this: are you selling the residues from the cereals? If you say no, then you should not fill it in, and it's not present. That's also the case in the last thing. If you say no, you're not collecting residues from the horticultural crops, you say no, then everything is gone. And it's yes, then you should fill in yes or no. No. Now that's the same with the last part. Then you get to the button next, because the form is not finished yet. As you see in the Word document, it's a large document. You have 8 pages in the Word document, and it's not handy to make make pages in the application. So you go to next, and you go to the next page, and you can continue filling in until you reach the end, and then you click on save. At that moment, the data you filled in is is stored in the database, the central database,
which means that all users from all accounts enter their data in the same database, and although they have different accounts and the data is separated, it's also central managed, which means that afterwards you can make reports based on the data entered in the database. Let's go back first to the list, which I see now. You see I have an extra form filled in, and here you see the longitude and latitude of my address farm. You cannot see here everything I filled in, because that would be a mess on the front end. If you want to see everything which is filled in here, you just click on this button, and you get the you get everything presented. I close this, and with this button you can enter. You get the same form, but with an edit option. As you see, by default, everything I entered is editable to me. When Hans goes to this form, he will not have an option to edit the form I filled in. These are all settings which are adaptable, so if you have other wishes, just let me know. What to say more? This is an important option. When the forms are filled in, let's say you have 100 forms filled in, and or whatever, which amount, you can export the data clicking on this button. This is done. You can download the data. You put it somewhere on your computer, and say in the downloads, it's downloaded, and I can open this with Excel. And finally use this in the research. I will show you how this looks like. One of the options,
Excel is reading at the data from the database, but yeah, you have all yeah, let's say all kinds of applications reading data from databases, and so if you have other wishes, or I have also a lot of ideas, you just let me know how you want to manage your data finally. As you see, these are the data which is
filled in. And yeah, you have all columns from the database tables presented, and you can put in like some mathematics here, or how you want
to deal with your data. Regarding the mathematics, the analytics on your data, this is also possible in the application. If you want to have an analysis tool in the web application, it's also up to you. Please let me know and we will implement this also. Okay, let's stop. Kind regards. I hope to hear from you. I look forward to continue developing, and I hope it will work out as it's supposed to be.